Let me see here, recording. All right, well, let's hop right into it. I know it's Sunday and people are doing amazing things like waiting in line at Disneyland and Disney World, having a good time. And everybody, thank you so much for popping on today. For all the guests, I'm really excited to share all of this with you. And I'm going to share my quick story so I'm not a complete stranger to you. My name is Freddie Smith, and I am calling in from Los Angeles, California. And my story is pretty simple. I'll spare you the long story and give you just the 1 minute story here. I grew up in a town east of Cleveland, Ohio. I graduated high school 3 weeks later, decided to drive out to Los Angeles. I've been here for almost 12 years now, and I came out here to become an actor. And that was my passion. It's what I wanted to do. It allowed me to travel. I wanted to meet new people and really have a good time doing it. And telling stories is a lot of fun. And I wanted to be something different every day for work. I wanted to know what it's like to play a cop and a firefighter and a doctor and all these different things. You can really kind of do it all as an actor, and it really intrigued me. So I moved out, and in my first 4 years, I did the typical jobs, folding clothes, serving tables, passing out pagers at the door on long wait times at Outback Steakhouse. So I really grinded it out for 4 years. Luckily, it was only 4 years. You know, a lot of people who come into the acting world, it does take a long time. So I feel grateful that it took a 4-year period for me to get my foot in the door. And for the past 7-8 years, I've been a full-time actor, and it's been great. And my claim to fame, if you will, is I've been on the show Days of Our Lives, the long-running soap opera, for 7 years now. Going into 2018 will be the start of my 8th year. So it's really been a home for me. I've done a bunch of other stuff, but nothing you'd probably know me from. So that's kind of my bread and butter, my 9 to 5, if you will. And then yet again, I'm sure you see it all over Facebook and hear everyone talking about it on Instagram. It's all about these side hustles in 2017. I think it's very important. I think 3 years ago, it was kind of like, yeah, maybe. And now it's truly almost a necessity to have more than just one stream of income. The world's changing at such a fast pace. I don't even know what's guaranteed for the next 20 years, let alone 40 years. So I think especially the millennials, even 30s, 40, like, I don't know. We don't know what the next 20 years are going to hold for us when it comes to jobs. So I think it's important to utilize the internet, connect with people all around the world. You know, back in the day, you could only get a job if you knew someone in that neighborhood, or maybe you could get a referral. I mean, now you have access to everyone. You just have to go and ask, and you have to connect with people, and you can actually meet people who like the same stuff you do. I'm sure Joni has made 100 friends who like Disney World, and now they all become friends just because of Instagram and all of that. And I'm just picking on Joni today, so I love it. My whole point is the internet has made us all closer. So I know some people like to think the internet's maybe negative in social media. It's just different. And at the end of the day, it's what's connecting people, allowing us to find people who share the same vision. And that's what we've done here, is we use what I'm about to show you as a platform to find like-minded entrepreneurs, so that we can build trust, we can build respect, we can make residual income, but build the friendships and relationships so we can go on in the future in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and invest in other projects together. Because finding good people to surround yourself with is actually harder than you'd imagine. So I love using this as a hub and a platform to A, make money, and also be able to make friends and build business partners in the process. So I'm going to assume going into this presentation that you've all seen what product we promote. And instead of spending the first 10 minutes on just the product, I want to talk about the business the entire time, including the product, but not just the product side. I want to share the actual business side the entire time that we're doing this. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to go ahead and play this. This will give me full screen here. Real quick, income disclosure. We're going to be talking about money for all the guests, just like probably in the videos. Maybe you've seen this tagged at the end. We don't guarantee any success. It's all up to your own work ethic, and that's basically what sums this up. If you want to read the full disclosure, you're more than welcome to go to the website and check it out. But it's the same as real estate, the same as Uber. I mean, you gotta put in the work in order to make the money. So we're gonna talk a lot about money and a lot about averages, but I wanted to at least put this up there first so that you all know that there's a disclaimer before. The company is World, and we're in the wearable technology space, and my Hilo is actually charging. No bueno. I should have it on my wrist doing presentations, but mine's charging right now. And this product that we have that you saw in the videos, this is what's important, is the Fitbit. Everyone knows the wearable technology, the Fitbit. The Fitbit came out almost 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And it just now in the past 2 years has become popular. Has the Fitbit become popular? Sure, because it's leading the market, but wearable technology has become popular. People want this right on their wrist, just like how we went from no cell phones to now having a cell phone right next to us at all times. But the most important thing about this slide when it comes to the business is that just 2 years ago, the wearable tech space was a $5 billion industry, and now it's projected by Forbes to be a $34 billion industry by 2020. So a lot of different businesses, they project 10, 20 years in the future. This is happening in the next 3 years. So people are going to spend nearly $30 billion on Fitbits, Helos, Garmins, and maybe one other product. So to be able to have a piece of that is huge. So why is it important to be in a space like this? Because there's not that many competitors. You know, if you think of other products in the world, like for people who are in, like you have supplements, like God bless you. I know there's a million supplements in the world, and I know a lot of friends of mine who actually own their own brand, not even work for a company. And it's just, wow, is the competition stiff. Here, there is competition, but there's really only 4 leading brands. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Kmart, Walmart, Target. Like there's not many that you're competing with. So to have a piece of the pie is very, very doable, especially when we're the best piece of the pie. Look how beautiful these Helos are. I love the interchangeable colored bands. Right now, they even are having a limited edition where you can get like green, yellow, gold, like all these different colors. I will say I've been wearing mine for 7 months. We got these new ones a few months ago, and I do get sick of like the red after like 2 weeks. I just switched it over to the blue and charging it, and I switch it to different colors. I can't wait for the lime green to come. I'm definitely going to rock the lime green. But here's what our product does. So when people ask me, well, how's it different from the Fitbit? Fair question. If you've seen the video, I'm sure that will give you more clarity on why it's different. But just a couple is the blood pressure, the heart rate, EKG, sleep quality, emotions. It'll let you know if you're energetic or tired. It'll let you know if you're low or calm. So it's really, really great. The emotions are awesome. But here's some of the features that are coming in the future. This one alone is why it's important talking business when it comes to timing, is you want to be here before the blood sugar level actually comes out. Before it comes out. You don't want to wait till it comes out or after, because then you've missed the masses of people. We have so many people literally waiting for this to come out that the moment they release the blood sugar level app, we're going to make a ton of money and help a ton of people. So you want to be ahead of that trend. So with the blood alcohol is another big one. Believe me, I love my happy hour. I love being able to have a drink or two. But when you're out and you don't get a beer, you never know if the bartender has a heavy hand. One vodka soda could be 4 shots, and then you're screwed going home because you're at a 0.09. So I can't wait for the blood alcohol so we can be safe, and you can actually know it. It repels mosquitoes very soon. A frequency is going to be admitted. Here's what the blood glucose app is going to look like. This is what the blood glucose app is going to look like. And here is the feature that people love more than anything. Again, 7 months that I've been marketing this product, people think it's so cool it does blood pressure. People think it's so cool it does EKG and all these other cool things of what's coming. But this is what it pulls on their heartstrings and what we all relate to. You can monitor your loved ones from anywhere in the world. Give one of these bracelets to grandma, and from your cell phone, anywhere in the world, you can check grandma's vitals. You can check her blood pressure. You can check her heart rate at any given time. And so you're not a complete stalker, you can actually set a parameter. So if grandma's blood pressure goes above 145 or 150, you'll actually get a text message saying abnormal blood pressure reading. What? Oh my gosh. I know. It's exciting stuff. The panic button, this is another cool feature. So you've all seen the Life Alert, the commercial that they've run for the past 27 years. The actresses have to be making a buttload of money on that commercial. It's the same Life Alert commercial that is poorly done, but hey, it works. That thing's expensive monthly. We have a feature that if you're in trouble, you push the panic button and it can go up to 3 people with an advanced service that you can know their whereabouts. So if grandma falls in church or in the bathtub or at the grocery store, you and your loved ones will get an SOS GPS location of where grandma is. It's huge. Here's how it compares. With features, with different price points. So to buy a Helo, it's $199, right in the ballpark, super fairly priced. And then here's some other things. I don't know if you can see it on a small screen, but here's some other apps that are coming in the future. Blood oxygen, body temperature, blood sugar, which I mentioned, mosquito shield, blood alcohol, flu detection 2 days earlier, and ovulation. We've also heard ovulation. So a woman will know when she's ovulating. That's going to be pretty neat. I probably won't buy that app, but it's available. And then the fact that you can actually make money. I mean, I share stuff all the time. Like I just on Instagram posted that Ballers, the TV show, there's a new ep tonight. I don't get paid for that, but I just want people to like watch it. It's a good show. If you bought a Garmin or a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, I'm sure you've shared it with a friend and they've bought it, but you didn't get paid. So that's another thing that will always make Hilo more attractive, is that you can share it with people. And if they order from your customer referral website, you make a commission on that, and you don't have to do anything. No shipping, no nothing. They just order it through your link, and then they'll pay you out 3 weeks after the purchase. There's no comparison. I love how they put that's funny. We're on Fox. We're on the Today Show. We're all over the place. People are really starting to take notice of what we're doing here. But here's the end-all, be-all right here. What makes us different? This is what makes us different. We have an app store, ladies and gentlemen. So what does that mean? Well, let's compare it to the iPhone. In 2007, the iPhone came out, and the Nokia was booming then. They both had 10 pre-installed apps, but the iPhone had an app store, and it had 100 downloadable apps. Well, where are we 10 years from now? The Nokia with no app store has closed, but Apple iPhone now has, actually it's 2.2 million apps. So people who buy an iPhone or a smartphone, yes, they spend $500, $600, $1,000 on it, but then you can customize your phone to your liking with 2.2 million apps to choose from, games, step things, or whatever else that we do with. I mean, there's tons of apps. Oh my God. And they're going to continue to grow. So when someone buys an app, Apple is making a fortune because of how many apps they have. Well, why am I showing you this? Because right now, that's what we have. The Fitbit, what makes us different? The Fitbit doesn't have an app store. So the Fitbit will do what the Fitbit does. Ours has an app store. So when someone purchases that, they can download the apps. There's going to be fitness apps. There's all these apps are going to come. Yet again, talking business, anytime a customer purchases one from your site, you make a commission. Every app for the rest of the Hilo life is going to be commissionable. So if someone downloads the blood sugar app, you get commission. If someone downloads the blood alcohol app, you make commission, as long as it's not a free app. If it's free, then it's free. But if it's a $2 app, a $12 app, if it's a recurring $4 app a month, that is going to give you residual income. So imagine building a customer base in the next 18 months of 1,000, 2,000 customers between you and everyone referring, and then some cool app comes out that detects the health of your organs or something, I don't know, and 1,000 people download it for $2. Think about the money just from wearing it. Like it's the most incredible thing in the world. So they're comparing the iPhone in 2007 to the Hilo in 2017. Here's a really cool thing that you can get for free if you bundle it. Germanium stones. The CEO loves this. If you put it, and you can research germanium, but if you put it in your band up against your skin, it can actually have benefits to help with circulation of your blood, help with joint pain, and they always say that may help. So you can do your own research on the germanium, but this comes for free if you buy a bundle. So I always like letting people know about it. Here's our newest product. Really cool stuff here. So again, I don't know how many people keep up on the electro smog of having your cell phone next to your head, of what it does to your cells. Guys, having it in our pocket, a little close to our whatever you want to, let's call it testicles. I'll keep it medical for you. It can really cause problems by having the radiation next to your man parts. Women, if you put your cell phone in your bra, there's a lot of links to what this radiation is doing. And it's not just on your cell phone, it's on your computers, it's on your routers, it's on your television. So I would yet again look into electro smog and do a little research on that. But my whole point is that this little sticker, and it's only $45, you can stick one on the back of your cell phone, and it stops the electro smog, so you can talk on the phone with no fear of it hurting your head. Important for the kids. They've done a lot of studies. Adults, it's still bad, but our heads are bigger. When it comes to a little 2-, 3-year-old playing on iPads and cell phones, it is terrible for little kids, and it hasn't been around long enough to see the effects, but people are starting to realize it. Such a good product. And here's the cool thing, talking about bundles again. When you're on a bundle, when you get a bundle of the Hilos, they even throw in the Biozen for free and the Germanium. So I'll get to that in a second. I already talked about where you can put it. And then here's a phone that's coming out in the next, I don't want to give you a timeline because they might change it, but in the near future, Does a lot of cool stuff. I'm not going to read you all the specs, but yet again, I'm just showing you the expansion of what this company is doing, and it comes with BioZen built in. So it's the first smartphone of its time, of our time, to not emit electrosmog. Pretty cool stuff. Real quick, this is kind of neat. The data for the first and second quarter of 2017, Fitbit, 5.3 million devices sold, world, 500,000. And we've only been really in the United States since September, really to the world only for a year, maybe 13 months. And we're already in 4th place. But Fitbit doesn't do anything that we do. And every time I share this product with somebody and I share that video, everyone thinks it's cool. No one can actually dislike the Hilo. Some people might not buy it yet, but once it gets to the point where it's so cool that it's literally like those futuristic movies that it like reads everything about you, everyone's going to have one. And some of us see the value now. I see the value now, but we're already in 4th place, 5% of the market. So, I mean, once we're a $30 billion company, having 5% of that is close to $2 billion, and that's what the company's projecting anyway. We're publicly traded. We're up and to the right. You can see what we're doing. When I started, it was at $9. I was like, why didn't I buy some stock? But it's still low enough that you can invest for retirement. But yet again, you know, I procrastinated. I invested in the company to market it, but I didn't go buy. I should have bought thousands of dollars of stock and already be ahead. So yet again, being indecisive, we all do that though. We procrastinate. So I feel you. So when I talk at the very end about procrastination, that you should get started now, I totally get it. But I'm just showing you that it is publicly traded. The business, the key components, I'm not going to go through all of these. Here's what I basically found. Yes, all these components need to be there. But the most important thing is who you partner with. Partnering with this organization, we're actually going to teach you how to do this. And we're going to teach you how to do it right. Because for the love of God, the amount of messages I get on Instagram from people trying to sell me product is blowing my mind, because they're not making a personal connection. And if I'm going to buy from you, you know how many friends I have? There's like 2 companies that I have so many friends that are in. I could choose from anyone, but it's the person that I like the most who I'm going to purchase from. And it's the same thing here. You can't just tell people they need to go buy a Hilo unless it's a friend of yours, because they already love you and respect you and trust you. But you have to sell yourself. And selling yourself doesn't mean putting on a suit and, it just means being you. Don't just treat people like a sale. You got to treat people like people and see if it's actually a good fit for them. Is it an actual good opportunity for that person? Do their visions align? Do they want to hop on here on Sunday? Do they want to share this product? I'm not into selling or convincing. I just like showing the facts. And if you're looking for this, it'll trigger just like it did for so many others. So anyway, my rant is you got to partner with someone who knows what the hell they're doing so that we can teach you how to do this right. Because there's just way too many people promoting incorrectly out there, and that's why they're not making any leeway. Number 2 is the timing. Why is the timing important? Because for this company, it's the blood glucose isn't even here yet. The blood alcohol, like the actual stuff that's going to change the world, isn't here yet. You want to be in before that and build an organization. Number 2 is that it's a $5 billion industry. It's about to go up by $30 billion. You want to be in before that. If you start in 2020, it's like investing in Facebook now. It's solid, but the people who invest at the beginning are the ones who are really raking it in. And then lastly is the product and company. The company's awesome. The pay is lucrative, and the company's just got their stuff together. I'm very, very pleased with it. So here's what it is. If you want to be a customer, you can do the business for free. You can do it for $199. You can do it for whatever. But when it comes to actually building quickly, it's all about pace. So here's the options, and I'll tell you my personal opinion on it. But you can buy a Hilo with nothing else, no color bands, nothing, for $199. Put one on yourself, put one on grandma, and enjoy. Or put one on your significant other or your kid. But here's where the bundles start. This is where I want to really share the importance. If you're serious about building the business, if you're serious about moving it fast, these are the 3 bundles, one of these 3 that you want to go with. The first one, $349, you get the Hilo, you get a pack of colored bands, and you get the free germanium stones, all for $349. Super cool deal. Here's the 2 most popular. The family pack, $13.49. You're getting 4 Hilos, 4 boxes of colored bands, 4 boxes of germanium stones, and 4 free BioZen stickers, which are covered up by the screen. But you get 4 BioZen stickers, all for $13.49. You're saving almost $1,000 if you were to buy this all a la carte. Why go with the family pack? Or let me actually just go. This will make sense here too. I recommend, if you can afford the $2,000 pack, to go with the $2,000 pack. Why? Because you get 6 Hilos, 6 boxes of bands, 6 germanium stones, and 6 BioZen. I'm going to spend 30 seconds on why this is important. If you're like, listen, all right, I'm in, what do I need to do? I will be doing you a disservice by not hitting this over the head, because most people will come back and go, man, I should have just got the biggest pack. The reason you want to go with the biggest pack is A, you can actually give these out as promotional tools. So it's free advertising. Give one to your 13-year-old, give one to grandma, give one to your aunt, give one to your friend who lives in Australia. That's free advertising. So look at this $2,000 is you're getting $2,000, you're getting like $3,000, $4,000 worth of product, but yes, you're getting your product, but it's free advertising. It's also a one-time investment. And you also want to be able to monitor your loved ones. When you're sitting down with a friend or they say, hey, this is cool, you want to be able to say, look, here's grandma, here's my mom, here's my dad. You want to show them the actual, what the device does. So if you only have one, you can't even show the person the full capacity of what it is. So I always share to go with this. You're also going to move much, much quicker in the business, and that's more of a compensation plan video. So, but my whole point is that I hope you can see the value in the 2,000. As long as you can like pay your mortgage and feed your kids, what I tell people, like it's not worth going homeless over. But if it means staying in for 2 weekends in a row or cutting that vacation from 12 days to 6 days, that's extreme. But hey, and if you see what we saw, then it's so worth it. And it will create duplication, because pretty much whatever pack you go with is what people will go with. On top of everything I just told you that you get for $2,000, you're also going to get a fully functioning website that you grow your entire business from. So as you can see, well, you can't see, but I have no helos. I have like one left because I bought 2 family packs, but I have one left, but you don't buy inventory. So you get your first shipment, everything else is done through the website. So if you were a guest of mine, and I would just send you my website. My website is freddiesmith.worldgen.com. This is what you would see, something like this, and then you would just click purchase. The company would ship it to you. Like, I don't do anything. I just give you the referral website. So all of you get a website for free with your pack. There's no shipping, there's no payments, there's no receipts. All of that's done by the company. We get to do the fun part, which is market. You're building 2 organizations here. For those of you who are interested in the full details of the comp plan, text the person or write the person who sent you this after this, and you can watch the comp plan video in more detail. But in a nutshell, you're building 2 organizations. I'm going to name them Bill and Mary. And that's your first promotion, is that you want to get started with a pack and you want to help Bill and Mary get started. You get your first promotion. You put some coin in your pocket. And then the last and final step of structure is helping Bill and Mary sign up their first 2 customers. By doing this, you've locked this in for life. Bill could take a trip to the moon and you'd never hear from him. You're like, where did Bill go? Bill's gone. But you're still a team developer for life. So that's a big deal for people who've been in this industry before. It opens up the rest of the compensation plan for you. And from this point on, I want you to take a look at the structure. This is your errand. Sign up 2, help them sign up 2 customers. You are done. What does your job consist of after that? Your job consists of looking at this like a franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what this is. Don't allow the structure to get you confused on like, okay, what do I got to do? 2 people who get 2 customers, and then you continue to bring in customers. You're not done. Your job is to just share this with the world, and you're going to sign up way more than 2 people. But you got to look at this as a franchise. Starbucks started off with one building. What did they do? They sold coffee. And every cup of coffee sold, they made a commission. How did Starbucks go from being a few $100,000 business to a multi-billion-dollar business? They opened up Bill and Mary's 10,000 locations around the world that are doing what? Selling cups of coffee. So the more Starbucks buildings you have in place, the more cups of coffee you will sell. So if you have Bill in Florida and Mary in Maine and Michelle in Canada and Joni in Florida and Patrick in Australia, and you got all your friends around the world, any single person in your organization who signs up a customer through their website is commissionable volume for you. So wouldn't you love to have 1,000, 2,000 people around the world wearing this bracelet, and anytime a friend or anyone they run into goes, what is that? It's a helo, and someone purchased it, that you have commissionable volume from that. That is what we're doing. There is literally nothing else to it. But this needs to happen to truly benefit fully from the comp plan. How do we do this? We post on Facebook. No, don't do that. I use this as an exaggerated example, but I see this all the time. I just joined the best company in the world. It's a great opportunity. Here's my website. Blah, 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 blah. Carol, you worked at the bank for 27 years. Now you're an entrepreneur overnight because you were hopped on a Zoom meeting? No. We want to help you still be normal. You can be an entrepreneur. You can be a marketer and a brander. We can show you how to do this, but people don't want to be spammed. So please do not post this on your Facebook your very first day that you're started. Is there a way and a time to do so? Absolutely. Most of my customers have come from Facebook and Instagram because we're utilizing it. How? I showed myself going hiking today, and people write me and they're like, hey, blah, blah, blah. You become friends. People go, what do you do? And I say, oh, I do this, I do that. And they're interested in my life. That is what you want to do when it comes to building this. Put it on your wrist, enjoy, utilize platforms like this Zoom presentation to do all the work for you. And comfort zone sharing. What's the 3 steps? You pick a pack. You send out a 2-minute, a 5-minute video, and then you have someone hop on a Zoom. So you do not have to go to coffee for an hour and a half and sit down with a booklet like it's 2008 and go, here, let me show you. Just say, hey, I partnered with a great tech company, some really successful friends of mine, and we're having a blast. You got to check this out. Well, what is it? I'll send you the link. 2-minute, 5-minute. It does all the explanation for you. They go, wow, I want to know more. Cool. Well, there's a live presentation happening Sunday or Thursday or whatever. Hop on for more information. You can meet one of the guys I work with or one of the gals I work with, whoever's doing the presentation, and there you go. Do not make it harder than this. I want you to win. I want you to win. I'm not giving you any advice for you to fail because that does not help anyone. I want you to gain more time and gain more money. So when I'm telling you this pocket, you pick a pack, you get your website, you send out a 2- and 5-minute video to friends by being normal. How was your baseball? How was the baseball game with your son, Robert? He hit a home run. That's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. How's life going? How's summer? Good. What's new with you? Oh, this and that. The kids are going back to school. I also partnered up with my really good friend, and we're marketing this wearable technology. It's fun. Well, what wearable technology? It's the Hilo. I'll send you the link. Wow, this thing's super cool. How'd you get involved? Let me send you some more information. This is really cool. I'm thinking maybe I should do this. Well, you know what? There's a Zoom happening tonight. Here's the Zoom link. That is all we do. We sort. We sort. Do not sell or convince anyone. It's virtual. It's 2017. It's virtual. You do not have to have people in your home and put out warm cheese and cheap wine. You can. I'll take the cheap wine. You can keep the warm cheese. But hey, we want to build on Zoom. We want to build on our cell phones like this. I have my headphones next to me 24/7 to share my story, to answer questions. Again, no parties, no sampling, no inventory. And here's a couple more no's, just because I want to show you just how dialed in we are on exactly how to do this. You don't want to group message your friends or do a Facebook invite. Hey, world. Got to be exclusive. I'll use this example. When going to a birthday party, would you rather get a group message of 27 numbers, 16 of which aren't even in your phone, that say, hey, party tonight at Beso, 6 o'clock? Or would you rather get a text that goes, hey, Bill, I have a reservation for 6 at my favorite restaurant. I'd love for you and your wife to be 2 of the 6 that come. Oh, you thought of me as one of your 6? Not only am I going to show up early, I'm bringing you a card and a cake. That's the difference. Same thing with the business. Don't just text 27 friends and it's just like you're trying to get people. No, reach out to Amy personally. Hey, Amy, what's up? I got to show you this. I thought of you. Social media spam we talked about. You don't need to do hotel lobbies. Coffee sit downs, however, I'm becoming more of a fan of. You don't need to do them. I've done 3 in 7 months. Built an organization of near 500 people with just 3 coffee sit downs. Everything has been right here. And what you all don't know is that I'm business on the top, party on the bottom. I got some basketball shorts on right now. Be coachable. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't get some bright idea about I'm going to post on Craigslist. I'm going to put flyers on cars, or the millions of other ideas I've heard. What do? You pick a pack. You send out a 2- and a 5-minute video. You follow up with a Zoom. What happens from here? If you're a guest, you're like, wow, I'm really interested. I own a gym, or I do this. Like, I wonder how I could do this. Get myself or someone on the phone. We can answer some questions for you. We want it to be a good fit for you because it works best if it is. So get your questions answered fully, and we'll be honest. There's people I'll literally tell, like, I don't really think you should, depending on what's going on or what their perception is of it. Like, there's a specific way to do this for it to work. And if you like it, then you'll win, and everyone wins. So we'll be honest with you. Get your questions. We'll give you the true answers. Like I just talked about the 3-way call. What's the investment? I mean, if you're really serious and want to move fast, pick one of the 3 bundles. $349, $1349, $1999. Get your foot in the door And then the last thing, which is beautiful, cherry on top, it's only $59 to run your global business, and it's mandatory, or it's not mandatory. What's the word I was looking for? Optional. Mandatory, optional. Anyway, it's not mandatory, it's optional, but the benefits are through the roof. And yet again, if you're serious and want to duplicate it properly, you got to be on the $59 membership. I'll go over a few things here because my timer's already counting down from 4 minutes. It allows you to earn commissions and keep sales volumes in many different ways. It opens it up, allows you to connect up to 5 helos to the pro plan. What does that mean? Briefly, is when you give one to grandma from the family pack and your 13-year-old and your sister, they don't have to pay anything monthly to use the helo in its entirety, because your 159 allows 5 helos to operate in its full capacity. Protection plan. After 4 months of being a loyal member, they will give you a protection plan. Comes with a 1-year manufacturer warranty. So if it's the company's fault, you have up to a year if it breaks. If it's your fault, if you fall in the pool or the dog eats it or you smash it or you step on it, you'll be out of helo unless you're on the protection plan. My absolute favorite is the one that's in purple. Every month you spend $59, they give you $75 back in store credit that accumulate every single month for 12 months. So you invest $59, they give you $75 in store credit. Here's the kicker. In order to redeem the points, you must be a loyal member for 12 months in a row. If you're a loyal member for 12 months in a row, they will unlock your $900 of store credit. Why is that important? Because just like the iPhone, the helo is going to come out with a new generation every year, and it's going to be $300, $400 or $200. And you can use your points. You can get a couple of them, or you can get BioZen or whatever other products we're coming out with. You can use those 900. So they're giving you cash back, which is cool. There's also a couple, the earn an extra 1% is a compensation plan thing, but you earn extra money. So the whole entire value is that. Lastly is the positioning. I get to this slide every time, and I try to share from the bottom of my heart the importance of getting started right this second. Like already by listening to the last 2 minutes, you're going through your purse, getting your card. Like, I don't know. We're moving so quickly. So I'll give you this example. I'll go with this one today. When I was telling you about the whole Starbucks analogy, when I was talking about building it to 1,000 people, you'll agree if you had 1,000 people in your organization that you would sell more helos every week if you had 1,000 people that could help you. So if 500 sold one, that's 500 helos that are sold on your behalf that you're commissioned on. Would you rather have 1,000 people, or would you rather just be by yourself? Of course you'd rather have 1,000. Well, the same thing's here with positioning. If you get started right now, and tonight when we're on another call, these 2 other people come into the business, they could be on your team. So anything that those 2 people do, they could bring in 100. Those 100 are now in your organization. So if you wait, those 2 people are still going to come in. But instead of you having them in your organization, you'll be in their organization. There are people who procrastinated with me. I told them in January. They waited till February. They waited till March. They waited till April. They didn't have money. They didn't do this, but they went to Coachella, but they bought a new car, but they did this. They waited. They got started 4 months later. They missed out on 300 people. They missed out on 70 people. They missed out on this. So don't be the person who misses out, especially if you already like the product. Get your questions answered and get started. So they're kicking me off. I love you all. Thank you so much for your time. I have a lot of fun doing this. I love just having a good time. So if you want to have a good time, you want to make money, get back to the person who sent you this, and we can get on the phone, get your questions answered, and we can get you started. So thank you all for spending your Sunday with me, and I'll talk to you soon.